What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Darian. I'm the bow tie fragrance guy. And of course, I love looking good and smelling amazing. So if you like me and you love to do just that, look good and smell great as well, then you've come to the right channel. Why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. While you're at it, go ahead and click on the bell icon as well. That way you get notified every time I release a new video and you don't miss out on this great content. In today's video, I'm going to be going over 10 great, cheap, inexpensive fragrances that you could wear in the summertime. Right now we're in the dead heat of summer, so I think this list is coming at the perfect time. This is the perfect time right now while it's really hot outside to maybe take a look at some of these cheap or inexpensive fragrances that you can wear that are going to work really, really well when it's extremely hot outside. So if you want to know what those 10 fragrances are, you already know the routine, you know how we get down. Keep it locked right here. All right, guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's go ahead and jump right into the list. The first fragrance today on this list is from the house of Perry Ellis, and this is 360 Red. Now, I know you guys have probably heard of this fragrance before, but if there's someone out there that has not, I will go ahead and tell you. This fragrance gained a lot of popularity, not only for its price, but the fact that it smelled a lot like Acqua di Gio, the original Acqua di Gio that sold so many bottles and became so popular in the fragrance world. This is a fragrance that smells a lot like that fragrance, but you're gonna get it for under 20 bucks. You can find this one, guys, pretty much anywhere where they sell fragrances. You can probably find this one from your discount stores like Ross, TJ Maxx, and those kind of stores, or pretty much any discounter, secondhand discounter website. You'll be able to find this fragrance again for under 20 bucks. And I love this stuff, man. Not to mention the fact that I love the red bottle. From the house of Perry Ellis, this is 360 Red. The next fragrance on this list is kind of in that same category as it relates to the popularity and where you can find it. This one is from the house of NAUTICA, and this is NAUTICA Voyage. NAUTICA Voyage. It's a kind of salty, sea breeze, marine kind of scent as well, with a nice, slightly sweet tonka bean, musky dry down. This fragrance has gotten a lot of attention, especially the older formulations. When they have a cap on the older formulations that's a little bit heavier than this and not plastic, that I've heard. Haven't smelled that one, but I heard it performs even better than this one. But hey, the one I have, I can speak for this one. It performs great for what it is and for the price. I mean, again, this is another one that you're gonna find for under 20 bucks, man. So anytime you can find a fragrance that smells this good for under $20, in my humble opinion, it's a win-win situation. And this one definitely falls into that category. From the house of NAUTICA, this is Voyage. Next fragrance up on this list, guys, comes from the house of English Laundry, and this one is Riviera. Riviera from the house of English Laundry. Now, again, just like the other fragrances that I mentioned, you pretty much can find this fragrance anywhere. I don't think I have, well, they haven't been in there as much recently, but you know, places like TJ Maxx, Ross, and those type stores, you can usually find this fragrance or some of the other fragrances from this line. But this is not the typical citrus fragrance right here. Now, it has a nice citrus opening, but this one has a little bit of body to it, and I like that. You find notes in this as well, like black pepper, sandalwood, ylang-ylang. So this is a nice one, guys. But again, it's one that you can find for under $20. Man, you get this whole list right here, man. You can just win for the next, 3 or 4 summers. Seriously. That's what I really like about this one. Not only does it smell great, but when you talk about nice citrus or aquatic fragrances, or the typical fragrance that you're gonna wear in hot weather, I like this one because it gives a little bit of added body and sweetness. From the house of English Laundry, this is Riviera. The next fragrance up on the list is an oldie but goodie from the house of Mugler. This is Mugler Cologne. Mugler Cologne, yes, Mugler Cologne. This one smells great as well, like a fresh bar of Irish spring soap. Oh man, just so fresh and invigorating, and that's what I love about this one. Whether you're going out running errands or just jumping out of the shower and throw something on to lounge around the house, this one is a great one to reach for. I mean, how could you go wrong smelling like a fresh, clean bar soap? Really, you can't. So that's why I love this one right here. And again, you can get this one, depending on the size bottle that you can get this one for under 30 bucks as well. From the house of Mugler, this is Mugler Cologne. The next fragrance on this list, guys, comes from the house of Ferrari, and this one is Bright Neroli. Bright Neroli from the house of Ferrari. Shout out to my man Chad at A Gentleman's Journey. It's hard for people to mention fragrances from this house without mentioning Chad's name, because Chad absolutely loves these fragrances from this house, and I can see why he loves this one for sure. Again, some of the main notes in this one quite naturally are neroli, but what I like about it on the dry down, it's a nice kind of mix of vetiver and patchouli. So I really like what this one does on the dry down, man. For the price, again, one that you can get for under 30 bucks, it's really hard to beat it. I love the bottle presentations on these as well, but I love the juice on the inside of the bottle just as much. Great pickup for the summertime, spring as well, but summertime for the price from the house of Ferrari. This one is Bright Neroli. Next fragrance up on the list. This fragrance came out, I think, maybe 2 years ago from the house of Dolce & Gabbana, and this is Light Blue Eau Intense. Light Blue Eau Intense. Now, I was a huge fan of the original Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, but I like this one even more than I like the original. It has a very nice salty marine accord in the heart of this fragrance, and it features a note of frozen grapefruit. Now, grapefruit is one of those notes on my skin that can really sometimes go bad, because it comes off honestly smelling kind of pissy sometimes, and I really hate that. I hate when grapefruit really kind of goes sour on my skin, but it has a tendency to do that sometimes in different fragrances, but it doesn't do it in this one. Now, I don't really know what is different about frozen grapefruit than a regular grapefruit note. I'm not sure. Maybe it has something to do with the frosted look on the bottle. I don't know. But whatever it is, the grapefruit note in this one works on my skin. It's a nice citrusy, again, salty marine aquatic fragrance to wear in the summertime. And once again, just like the other fragrances on this list, it's not going to break the bank. From the house of Dolce & Gabbana, this is Light Blue Eau Intense. The next fragrance up on the list, guys, we're going back to the house of Ferrari, and this one is Radiant Bergamot. Radiant Bergamot. Now, a lot of people talk about the Bright Neroli, but not as many people mention this one, the Radiant Bergamot, and I really like this one. I like this one a little bit better than I actually like the Bright Neroli. And again, this one is one that you can pick up for under $30, man. And this is just a nice, fresh, and clean bergamot fragrance. Really, it's that simple, but it's really nice. Again, if you want to think on the niche side, think about Bergamot 22. This is not a clone of Bergamot 22, and they don't really smell like, but if you want to get a nice bergamot fragrance without having to spend, of course, upwards of $150 that you would have to spend for Bergamot 22, and this is a nice bergamot fragrance to pick up and put in your collection and rock in the summertime, because again, for under 30 bucks, you really can't beat this stuff right here from the house of Ferrari. This is Radiant Bergamot. All right, guys, I'm coming in at the number 3 spot. I've talked about this fragrance on a recent video from the house of Sean John. This is Unforgivable. Unforgivable. If you like Millesime Imperial from Creed, then guess what? You're probably gonna like Unforgivable from Sean John, because that's what it smells like. You don't have that nice ambergris dry down that you get from Millesime Imperial, but it's a nice sweet dry down that you get on this one, but it does resemble it a lot. I mean, again, the average person that you come into contact with probably would not be able to differentiate between the two fragrances. So again, a nice one from the house of Sean John. If you like what you get from Millesime Imperial, that salty, aquatic thing with that nice kind of watermelon kind of vibe, get a very similar vibe with this one right here. Again, for the fraction of the cost from the house of Sean John. This one is called Unforgivable. Coming in at the number 2 spot, this one is from the house of ARMAF, and this one is called Très Nuit. Très Nuit. This was the winner of a video that I did with the missus a few weeks ago, and it won for good reason. Again, another fragrance that's going to remind you of another Creed fragrance, which is Green Iris Tweed. Kind of get the same thing from Trey NUIT as far as those notes that you get from Green Iris Tweed. I can pick up definitely the iris, the lemon, and the verbena in this. And again, as is the theme of this list, for a fraction of the cost, you're going to be able to smell very, very good for less. And it's such a good fragrance from the standpoint of performance. And what I like about this one is that first 2 hours, it really, really radiates and projects and jumps off my skin. And again, it's a highly complimented fragrance. So hey, man, you can't go wrong with that combination from the house of ARMAF. This one is Trey NUIT. All right, guys, I'm coming in at number 1 on this list of inexpensive, cheap fragrances to wear in the summertime. This fragrance is from the house of Versace, and this is the classic Versace Pour Homme. Versace Pour Homme. Now, I personally on this channel talk a lot about Versace Man Eau Fraiche because for me, I kind of put those fragrances in the same category, but this one is a great one as well to wear in very high temperatures. Now, it opens up with a beautiful citrus combination of lemon, bergamot, as well as neroli. So a very beautiful opening and nice combination of that citrus neroli combination on the opening of this fragrance, and I really, really love that. But it has a very nice dry down as well, combination of tonka bean as well as amber. So it's kind of a sweet, kind of warm dry down. Very, very unique for such a fragrance that's composed like this, that is really designed to be worn in warmer temperatures. But guys, it just really, really works well. It's a classic fragrance, and I am just so shocked that this fragrance is one that you can pick up, especially in this size bottle, which I think is a 3.4 ounce bottle. You can pick this up for under $40. I mean, guys, if you don't have this one in your collection, I just say run out and get it. Very highly easy to wear and very inoffensive from the house of Versace. This is the classic Versace Pour Homme. All right, guys, that's my time. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch this video. I know you guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're right here with me, and I sincerely appreciate that. Don't forget to take the time to like, comment, and subscribe, and share these videos out to folks that you think could use this information or find me entertaining, because I'm your main man, Darian, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.